Welcome to Lesson 3 in Unit 6, Mastering Mimicry. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, what biomimicry ideas can we get from flowers? In this lesson, students continue to make observations to investigate plant parts. They identify the flowers of a plant and gather evidence to explain how the flower of a plant helps it survive and grow stronger. They use their observations to brainstorm ways flowers might inspire human inventions. Students figure out that flowers of a plant are used to attract bugs and protect plants. They make connections to the storyline by investigating flowers and thinking about how inspiration from this plant part might be used to inspire human inventions. There are several opportunities for ELA cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 6 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 4 days to complete. To begin the engage portion of the lesson, you'll ask students what they've learned about sprouts and what they need to survive. You'll display a video of flowers and ask students what they know and want to know about flowers. You'll revisit the driving question board and highlight questions connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about other plant parts. In the explore portion of the lesson, students will investigate flowers. You'll need to set up the flowers investigation according to the instructions in the teacher guide. Students will examine the interior and petals of silk flowers and real flowers if possible. Pause the video here to read the list of needed materials and items you'll find in your kit. Students will record their observations of the flowers in the Flower Observations Student Journal page. In the explain portion of the lesson, students will engage in a class discussion to analyze their observations around the flower investigation. Use the provided questions to guide your discussion around the question, what biomimicry ideas can we get from flowers? The goal of this discussion is to share student observations of the flowers. You will use the discussion to create the Lesson 3 summary chart. From the discussion, students should understand that humans can use flowers as inspiration when we want to attract or repel things, like creating perfume or scaring away animals. During the discussion, you'll display pollinator videos and ask students about the flowers and their interactions with birds and bugs. You'll then introduce the book, Flowers Are Pretty Weird. You'll use the Read Aloud guide to read and discuss the book. You can post and discuss the flower vocabulary card. For the elaborate portion, you'll remind students of the anchoring phenomenon. Plants are problem solvers. You'll share examples of flowers that have unique structures and functions that help them survive and can be used as inspiration to solve human problems. You'll reintroduce the book, Nature Did It First, Engineering Through Biomimicry. Use the Read Aloud guide to reread the pages about the pitcher plant, a special type of flower. You'll then let students know that they are going to make observations of other unique types of flowers and display the owl eye plant and owl photos. You'll discuss human technology that may have been inspired by flowers. For the evaluate portion, you'll have students work in pairs to label a picture of how plant parts help a plant get what it needs to survive in the Plant Part Functions Student Journal page. To support student sense-making across the unit, orient them back to the driving question board. Ask, what did we learn about flowers? What biomimicry ideas can we get from flowers? What questions do we still have about plants and their parts? By the end of this lesson, students will have made observations of a plant's flowers to explain how their structure and function can be used as inspiration to solve a problem. In Lesson 4, students will investigate the structure and function of fruits to connect to human inventions. For the optional extend, you can gather some classroom materials to make 3D models of flowers. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.